What is up guys, Zanif Tech here. Today I'll be doing an unboxing of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This is something new on the channel since I haven't done it before because I don't really do reviews and unboxings of Android devices, but I figured why not start with the Galaxy S24 since technically I haven't had one since the Galaxy S4 days and that's been quite a while, so I figured I wanted to see what's new with this one and to have an additional Android device of course so I can test new software and then also new cases. But let's get on with the S24 Ultra. You have this black looking box which looks really premium and nice, of course to match the premium Ultra device as well. On the front you have the S24 branding, a little bit more of it on the side, and then the Samsung logo on the right side. The back does have some more tech specs about the actual device, and then you have the bottom pull tab and also the top pull tab, which looks really similar to how Apple does it as well. And that's about the box. I mean, nothing more to say about it. It does show the device up front with all of its camera glory, and then also the S Pen. And I really like how they included those shadows to make it look even more cooler, you know, with the design. So let's get started with unboxing it and see how the device is. You have the pull tab, so you have to pull it really slowly or else it probably will rip, and then you have to use tools of course, which defeats the purpose of the actual pull tabs. So we got them off. Let's see the actual phone. Oh my, this thing looks really good. Look at those cameras. And then you have the titanium gray color because that's the one I chose instead of the black one, which I was aiming for because I wanted to really match with my 15 Pro Max, which I'm really used to of course. But why did they put that sticker on the front? I mean, that kind of defeated the entire premium look, but it's okay. You could always take it off of course. But this thing just looks really premium. I mean, look at those sides, look at the sharp corners and the curved edges on the actual bezels, but no more curved edges on the screen. It's a full flat panel display now compared to last year's generation. But I really like the curved corners because it's probably going to sit really well in the hand when using it for longer periods of time. And I really dig the entire look of this thing. I'm not quite sure about the corners, but we might get used to those, especially if we put a case on, but I just really like how it looks. Let's take off the amazing screen protector because that's the best part of unboxing a new device. Oh my, look at that screen. Look at the anti-glare coating that they have included on the S24, and it's supposed to be a lot better than the previous generations. So I'll compare that also to my iPhone in a later video when I'm doing that comparison. But I'm really liking the entire device. It looks extremely premium. Here's the booklet with additional accessories. There seems to be a little metal piece inside. Maybe that's the SIM eject tool since this thing has a physical SIM card slot. And then here you have your USB-C to USB-C cable. No longer do we have a power adapter, of course, because the device box is smaller than usual, of course, and that doesn't have any space for the power adapter. And then you have this manual, which no one ever reads. Seems like some terms and conditions. Yep, there you go. Quick start guide and terms and conditions. And that should be it. Let's see where that SIM eject tool is. I don't see why this thing is not really user-friendly. I mean, it's really hard to take out, but there you go. Here's your SIM eject tool. It's a piece of metal, of course, that you can use to open up the SIM card slot if you choose to use one, but you also have the ability to use an eSIM, which I will be doing since it's a lot easier to switch phones back and forth. And that's about it. You don't have anything else within this booklet. Let's push everything to the side so we can actually take a look at what we're here for. This is the S24 and not an unboxing of just the accessories. So here's the device. I mean, look at this thing. Every time I pick it up, I can't believe it looks so good. I mean, the device looks extremely premium compared to the old days where the plastic backing of the devices really creaked and didn't really make a really premium device. But definitely Samsung has caught up. I mean, I am so shocked at how good this thing looks from my first impressions, and I can tell you I will definitely be enjoying using this device because it looks premium, and that's exactly something what I look forward to when using an expensive device like this one. It does feel bigger in the hand, so it'll definitely be a learning curve trying to use this device compared to my iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is already big, but this thing just feels bigger. It's not heavier, I don't think, but those corners do kind of worry me because I already feel it digging into my skin when I'm moving the device around, but that's probably something I will get used to. And the curvature of the device, of course, does help with it staying in your hand, which I think will be really good after some use, and I'll get used to it, of course. But just look at the overall device. I mean, it looks extremely well, and I can't stop talking about the design. Let's power up this thing. You have Samsung Galaxy secured by Knox. I do remember that Knox thing from back in the day. I think that started around the S4 days as well, and that's not something new, but I can't stop looking at this thing. Look at this thing. Oh, there you go, powered by Android as well. And then, oh, it powered up really quickly for the first boot. That's really fast. You know, I'm going to set up my phone from scratch because I don't have another Android device I'm going to, and I don't want to move over my iPhone stuff. I want to use this as a totally separate device. So that's how I'll be setting this one up. And I'll be using all the features and then also showing a comparison when I'm ready with my 15 Pro Max. But look at that bright display and then that hole punch at the top for the camera. This whole thing looks really, really good. I mean, the thin bezels all around the display as well make the corners look really good and pop. Let's talk about those 4 cameras. I mean, you have a 200 megapixel wide, an ultra wide, a 5x and a 3x telephoto lens on this device. One additional lens compared to the iPhones. But I mean, this thing does look very nice. You have the volume rocker, you have the power button, and then you have the 5G antenna as well on the sides. And then of course, you have your SIM card slot, which is still physical. You have a USB-C port, you have a speaker, and then the S Pen. I mean, that's pretty much all. And then you have a couple of microphone holes on the top portion with the other speaker in the top speaker piece. But then here is the S Pen, which is specifically made for the Ultra. I mean, it has one little button. It looks really good as well. It matches the design. You can use your AI features on it. And then you can press the button when you're in the camera app. That way you can take a picture. And then you can do other functions with this thing as well, which I will be exploring more since I've never actually had a chance to use one of the previous notes. And this will be my first time using the S Pen. So I'm really excited also about using those Galaxy AI features with this generation. This will be all new to me, as I expect, because a lot of the features probably would have changed from back in the day when I used Android. But I'm going to be testing out the cameras. I'm going to be testing out the Samsung overlay over on the Android side to see how everything fits and feels with the operating system and then also the device itself. And I'll be making a comparison between the 15 Pro Max and this phone so that I can actually give you my perspective as an iPhone user if a 15 Pro Max compares to this one, and if the S24 of course compares to the 15 Pro Max. So you get all of that inside my comparison video, which will eventually come out when I do some more testing, when I set this device up and I use it fully for a side-to-side comparison. But that's about it. If you like this video, definitely give me a like. Give me a comment down below if you have any additional questions or something I didn't actually answer, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Zanif Tech is out.